Hello and welcome to the Mind Over Mike podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am very excited for today's episode. This episode is with a friend of mine who happens to be the special events manager for the city of Johnson City, Tennessee. She has been a great supporter of Don't Tell and a good friend and guidance throughout my time working with downtown Johnson City. And this is a fun episode. This is really good. We talk about a lot of things. We talk about her role with the city, and she also sheds some light on some of her personal favorite venues and restaurants and different businesses in the downtown area as well. Sara also tells us about some exciting upcoming events in Johnson City, Tennessee. So if you live anywhere near Johnson City, Tennessee, please don't hesitate to reach out to them through that page of Downtown JCTN on Instagram and follow along there. They've got all kinds of exciting stuff coming up. Before we jump into the episode, I'm going to plug a couple of quick dates. So coming up this Saturday, that is September the 20th, I'm going to be in Lexington, Kentucky, doing Don't Tell Lexington. Those shows are always a whole lot of fun, so if you're in Kentucky, come see me there. On the 27th of September, that's our next Don't Tell Tri-Cities show, and I will go ahead and tell you that's going to be in downtown Johnson City. It's a brand new venue. We've never been there before, so I'm very, very excited to learn about this new space and host a show there. We've got a returning favorite headliner, a lot of fan favorite features from different shows that have never really been on a show together. So this lineup is going to be fresh and new, even though it's some familiar faces, and it's all done in a brand new venue for the first time. So that one's going to be fantastic. Moving on to October, I've got a couple dates there. I've got the 4th of October. I'll be down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee with my friend Travis Stevenson. We're doing a Travis Stevenson and Friends show. So apparently that's confirmed. Travis and I are friends. On the 9th of October, I will be down in Knoxville. That's on a Thursday, doing a fun little show called Comedy Deception. And that is not really a stand-up show. It's a kind of a unique format, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll be there with former guest of the show, Mr. John Pruitt. So if you're in Knoxville, check me out on the 9th of October. The 11th of October is another Don't Tell Tri-Cities show. We don't have a venue for that one just yet, but I've got a brand new headliner coming all the way from Atlanta. He's fucking fantastic. You're going to love it. The 11th of October. And then on the 17th of October, Travis Stevenson and myself will be doing a show at a dog park in Johnson City. It's called Off Leash Social, which is real hard to say, but we're doing a little show down there, and that is on the 17th of October. So very excited for this next month of shows. Make sure to come out and support me, and thank you for supporting the show. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this episode with the fantastic Miss Sara DelBene. Did reach out to my lovely girlfriend because she knows you. Aww. And literally she was like, it's been so long, I feel like I don't know a lot. She did tell me a long time ago that you guys are from, is it the exact same town?
Or
nearby?
It's same county.
Same county.
It's rivalry.
Okay. Oh, right. That's right.
Yes.
I do remember that now.
Yes.
Okay.
I went to Tuscola.
Which is better. You can say
it. We were the Mountaineers. We never actually, it's huge football.
Yeah.
I think they're ranked, it's one of the top 10 rivalries in the nation.
Really?
When it comes to football games, high school wise.
Oh, they take it serious over there, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's
boy.
My grandfather is so freaked out about it that he won't even go. If the game's at Pisgah, he will not go.
Really?
He will not attend.
Oh,
He was like, I'm not giving them my money.
That's crazy.
So
that's a rivalry.
Yes. I mean, it was Spirit Week was insane.
I feel like we have stuff like that around here because I grew up in Bristol, but it's more just like one school has all the money and the others don't. Like Science Hill has all the money.
Yeah.
You work there now, or in Johnson City, them and Dobbins Bennett, they had the money.
This is completely different because the high schools are only 8 miles apart and it's about the same amount of kids, same amount of, I would say Tuscola has a higher,
you can brag.
Higher class. I'd say Pisgah's a little bit more like
I love
farmers. It used to be the mill versus the hill because it was all
Right.
the mill workers at Canton and
Okay.
Pisgah, and then Tuscola was always like the doctors. And
I see.
everyone thought we were assholes.
See, I'm coming at it from the mill side, so that's all
Okay.
I've heard is
Yeah.
like those uppities over there in
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa. So this makes sense. Now, I get it. I
But
see.
it's funny, like, I don't really think that, I don't know if it was because we sucked at football and
Did you?
like there wasn't really a rivalry when I was in high school. Pisgah won every year. So none of us really cared.
Yeah.
So I met Haley. We kind of ran in the same circles. And
God bless you then.
No,
Good
she's
Lord,
great.
was terrible circles.
And then it was, I mean, I wouldn't say we were even that close in high school, but then when we both went to college,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
You want to
Right.
be friends?
Yeah, because you kind of panic when you get to college. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody. Which that's, I mean, what is that? Like maybe 2 hours from Johnson City, give or take?
About an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that's far enough to where you're kind of on your own. Was that scary for you when you first came to ETSU?
No. But
No?
I did not want to come to ETSU originally. No.
Oh, where'd you want to go?
I wanted to go to Clemson. Go Tigers.
Okay, all right. ETSU's gonna hate to hear. Also, I just remembered I'm wearing this shirt. This is totally an accident, but
Well-
I'm not undercover for the school. I want you. This was free. Yeah,
Well,
this is
thanks.
a free shirt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tonight's video is sponsored by ETSU football.
Yeah, I do have somewhere in here. I think I have like an ETSU flag, or I did,
Go
or I have a
Bucks.
football and stuff. And I I have like some pride. Like I'm glad I went there and shit. But then sometimes I'm talking about stuff on the show, and I'm like, they're not gonna like.
No.
This. They're not gonna like that I'm wearing their shirt, talking about absolute nonsense.
Buccaneer pride.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse, right? There's
Yeah.
I'm harmless.
Exactly.
There's definitely graduates of ETSU that have done a lot worse than this podcast. I'll tell you right now. I know some of them. They're out there.
Literally.
Yeah, Clemson, huh? So was that like your family team growing up?
So my stepdad played football there.
Oh, okay.
Grew up going.
There it is.
But it's out of state, and I didn't get any scholarship. My
Right.
twin sister was
That's
coming
on
to
the list.
ETSU.
That's on the list. You're
Yes,
a twin.
I am a twin.
That's exciting.
And she was going to ETSU.
Mm.
And the more, like, closer and closer it got to, like, having to decide on a school,
Yeah.
I realized, like, oh, I've never, ever, like, we shared a room our entire lives.
Right.
So I was like, I've never lived without this human.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
we ended up living together.
Oh, you did? You did? Okay.
Yeah, so we both went to ETSU, but props to ETSU. It opened so many doors. I say that to everyone.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to say about a smaller school, which now
Absolutely.
it's growing so much.
Yeah, it's not
like,
really small anymore.
I was on campus last week and I was like, this is not where this is.
Agreed.
Not the same.
I think the pandemic was a weird glimpse too. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 22
Okay.
from undergrad.
So did I. Yeah. So did I.
We got
So you
COVID
had that-
on the
yeah.
back. Like literally the best part of college is when we got COVID. Like
100%.
what the hell?
100%. Yeah, I remember. So I was an animation major.
Okay.
At ETSU, and so I remember like a lot of my classes were not on main campus. It was mostly in the Millennium Center. But then there was like I have the email somewhere still. I think I kept it because there was an email from like a public speaking course I had or something, and the guy was very kind, and he was basically just like, hey. Just so you know, I think this was on spring break of that year or something.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like March, and he's like, just so you know, there's this virus. I'm sure we're all aware. They're saying it's going to be pretty bad. So even if classes do resume next week after the break, I think we're going to go virtual. I'm prioritizing safety and all this shit. And then like the next day, the college was like, yeah, there's no classes in person for a while.
Yeah.
And it was like a year and a half later before I was ever
Yeah,
back.
and my undergrad was in media and communications, so most of my classes just went online.
Right,
So I would be
right.
on campus maybe one day out of the entire week, and
Was your
everything.
stuff Wharf Pickle mostly? Is that where? Yeah, I had a couple of. Do you know? This is so fucking boring to the listener, but do you know? I may even bleep his name. Do you know Jacob Van Huss? Did you ever have a class with him?
Yes.
The man. I love him. I'm not bleeping his name. He rules. I love that dude. He was like a. I had some comm classes with him over there in your building, but then he came in like adjunct professored for a while with the Digital Media Center. That guy would wear like a chain wallet and a black hoodie and a black beanie on his head to class.
What's up?
And he would literally walk in and be like, "Sup, guys? Let's get to work." And he was, for some reason, I remember he was always chewing gum. Do you remember him always loudly chewing gum?
Yeah.
He just
yeah.
has that vibe about him. He was the best.
There were a few that were characters.
Yeah, I bet your degree was a lot of that too.
Yeah.
Were your professors like actual teachers, or were they just professionals that were also teaching?
I had both.
Okay.
I had a good mixture of both.
Yeah.
And half of them I couldn't tell you because they were all online. So
That's fair. That's true. Yeah, a lot of my guys were like one of my mentors was he worked as an effects animator on Toy Story 3.
Oh my gosh.
And he just like worked for Pixar for 10 years. I'm dying to get him in here too. But he worked for Pixar for 10 years and Industrial Light and Magic for a bunch of years and all this stuff, and just like really talented professionals from the animation world, and they just come teach.
Yeah, so I did sorry, I'm sure this is boring, but
no, go ahead.
My senior year, my capstone was doing the National Student Advertising Competition. So we partner with the digital media
I know
kids.
that program.
And the stuff that they would put out was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, that was a good group. And I think of my like graduating class, of the 22 class, I know quite a few folks that were involved, but I think maybe other years it was a little bit stronger of a group, or pandemic maybe slowed it and stuff. But I mean, they've placed quite a bit.
We made it all the way to nationals.
Really?
Our year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a friend who she graduated in 2021, I guess. Haley McBrayer, do you know her? She was in the art program, but she was one of the members of that nationals and went on to like do a lot with them. But I mean, do you think, if looking back at ETSU, do you feel like it was worth your time? Like it's sort of smaller. Did you miss any of the social stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I think looking back, I would have done it. I don't know. I can't look back, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
But
hypothetically,
I do think that there's an aspect that you miss, like not going to a bigger school.
Sure.
But
did you live on campus or nearby?
I lived on campus my first year, and then I lived at UEdge the rest of.
Gotcha.
And then I moved.
Well, that's still like semi-close, like social and stuff. And I mean, were you as involved as a student as you are now, like in community and events and all that stuff?
No, not at first. I would say when I was in grad school, yes.
Okay.
I got super involved in grad school. Yeah. But not in undergrad. I also had a boyfriend that was.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
God, they're the worst.
Looking back, I would have changed a lot. Those 4 years.
Yeah. Haley, she's going to be listening to this going, I feel you, sister.
Yeah.
She had a rough one too that tied her up for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I'm still with her. But no, it's not me. She had a rough one before me. But she was also very, I think, kind of involved. Like she now is in pharmacy school, obviously. So that's. She's, I think, at a social tonight. So there's a lot of that social aspect. But I didn't have that. I lived in Bristol, and I commuted, and I worked a full time. Well, I worked as much as I could, like 30 hours a week. And my degree was just hell, honestly.
Yeah.
It was just me alone in the computer lab for 4 years.
Which I think it also, like, ETSU, I don't know if it is as much now, but when I was in school, it was a suitcase school for sure. Like, we would be, if I did stay in Johnson City on the weekends, the parking lots were empty. Like, no one was in the dorms. Everyone went back home.
Suitcase school. I've never heard that term before. That's a good.
Really?
I like that. Yeah. We're making up all kinds of stuff.
That's what I heard.
No,
suitcase
I'm sure it's
school.
Real. Yeah, no, I mean, that makes perfect sense. And that was me. I mean, that was as soon as class was over, I'd be gone. I even remember, like, I had the worst advisor in college history. And one semester I had like a physics lab that was at 6 p.m. And I had nothing before like maybe noon or 1 that day. But I lived in Bristol. So for 5 hours, I was just stuck. And this lady just hated me, honestly. And I think did it to me on purpose. I'm getting on a tangent here. She put me in this physics lab a year and a half, 3 semesters before the physics lecture. That went with the lab. So every day in the lab, the professor would be like, and you'll know this from your lecture down the hall this morning. And I would be like, I don't.
Let me time capsule 3 years in advance.
100%.
Like, what?
The worst. Because she kept like doing my schedule wrong where I didn't have enough credit hours to keep my scholarship. And I couldn't afford school if I didn't have that scholarship. So I was like, I need more hours. And she was like, just do this lab. It's like an hour. It's one credit.
I took some crazy ass classes.
Did you take fitness walking?
I took
I took it.
Solving the Puzzle of Life. I took one. It was like literally
solving the puzzle.
It was like the craziest one I had. I cannot remember the name, but it was literally Like, we would go in, we would journal about the day before, and then we would take a nap.
Oh my God.
And it was like insane.
Yeah, it's like a $5,000 course probably.
And we'd go outside and look at leaves and then write about what we saw.
That's kind of like fitness walking. That
was
sounds
crazy.
like that. Yeah, fitness walking. We walked around the mini dome on the inside because it was winter. It was like a winter course. And I think like day one, we wrote a paper about what we hoped to get out of this class. It was like a 2-page thing. And then halfway through, we wrote what we had gotten out of it so far. And then at the end, we wrote about somewhere in the world we'd like to walk one day. I swear to God. And then we would just walk laps every other day.
Wait, so what'd you put? Where'd you want to walk?
I don't even remember. I just made some shit up. Probably like... I'm sure I said something like Paris or something, like something I could write 2 pages on easily. Something, right. Somewhere with a long stretch.
Like, I just want to walk down I-26, okay?
Right now, traffic. That's where I'd love to be walking into. Yeah, and the guy teaching it was like he was just a football player for ETSU who was like doing his hours or whatever. So he was like, sup? Like, he's like, just, write about something. And then I think that may be one that got moved online because of COVID. And it's like, I think they just wanted us to walk at home and talk about it. It's so stupid.
How do you track that?
Oh, it's so stupid. The whole thing is crazy. Well, it was that semester. It was that or intro to fly fishing. That was the 2 options I was presented. Kind of fun. I didn't want to, for whatever reason, I didn't want to do it. But they didn't tell us that both classes were in the mini dome. So like as we'd be walking around the perimeter of the field, like flies would just zip, like go by your face because they were out there practicing and they were terrible at it.
Like, how do you practice that?
100%. They stood in the mini dome and just whipped around the fly. I'm not even kidding. I swear I'm not making this up.
You're like, yeah, kids, we actually never touch a creek. We just stay on the turf.
Never. And maybe they had like a field trip I didn't know about, but man, they were there every time I was there and they were just whipping those things around. But the social thing is super interesting because I missed it 100%. I mean, I still had a lot of close friends from high school and stuff that I would hang out with at home. But did you do anything fun at all across those first 4 years? You don't have to like incriminate yourself or anything, but I'm just curious. Like, did you have a little fun at all?
Oh yeah, I did.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say.
I did not.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say I had a lot of fun in like grad school. That made up for a lot.
Oh, gotcha.
I made friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Did your boyfriend pick up a few friends?
I picked up a few friends and
that'll do it. That'll do it.
No, I went home. I went home a lot, or I would go to Clemson. One of my best friends went to Clemson, so I got to go party and hang out and
that's a good
visit
school.
on the weekends.
Yeah.
And not have to pay tuition, which is great.
That's honestly like a dream setup.
It was great. Yeah. I'd stay in the dorms on the weekends.
Yeah. I visited some friends at UT a couple times too, and we would go to ball games and stuff. But I don't know. After a couple of days of that, I'm also just not that guy.
I'm a hermit. Yeah. My social battery needs to be refreshed.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it downstairs. Like, I could just sit there and listen to records by myself for 3 months. That. Yeah. And I just DoorDash dinner and nobody would know I'm here. Even like my landlord has said, like, yeah, you're never around. Like, I never see you outside. And I'm like, you're
Sorry.
welcome. Yeah. Easy rent. Yeah. So then you graduate undergrad, you go to grad school, you have a little more fun there, which is good. We like that. We like fun. And then how quick after that did you wind up like with the downtown position that you have now?
Which I guess I should go back. You asked me questions if I had fun in undergrad.
Yeah.
So that's when I like started at downtown, and that was a lot of fun.
Gotcha.
I was fresh out of COVID, junior year. I had to find an internship and was like, I don't know. It's hard to find one.
Super. Yeah. Super hard.
So I found, it was like a group text, like a group me or something. And someone just posted and was like, hey, my boss, I'm entering my internship. It's for downtown Johnson City. If you're interested. Went in, interviewed, got the job.
That quick, huh?
It was great.
Wow.
Was there for a semester and they're like, hey, we have some grant money. You want to stay? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I worked for free for about 2 years. Right. For downtown. And that kind of opened that door. I would say that's when I had a good second half of college. Sure. With that job.
Well, finding something like that, and I think you would know more than me, but that position to me feels, it's not like your conventional like city position per se. Like every time I see one of y'all's stories or something, you're like hanging streamers from the side of a building or some shit. I'm like, that looks like so much fun. That's a great job.
It's one of those jobs where like I'm literally doing something different every single day.
Right.
Like today I went and picked up Fodder shock Do you know what that is?
Honestly, I thought you made it up. Whatever it is. What is
I'm really good at making up all those words.
I don't even know if I could say it.
Okay, so I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
We're going to look it up because I don't trust me to know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, fodder shock is, like in the fall.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like dried out corn stalks.
Okay.
But it's fodder shock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's a bundle of corn stalks tied together. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just like for decoration.
Yeah.
Decor. Okay.
Yeah.
See, you said corn, and I'm so fat. I'm thinking, what kind of meal?
Like,
what kind of potluck is she planning? Yeah, no, I know this. I've never heard that term before.
I hadn't either. Someone said it
shock.
to me.
Why would that be the name for that?
I just thought it like dried corn stalks. But I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it is. But
Yeah.
now I like to say, like, ask people, like, do you know what fodder shock is?
That's going to be my new quiz for every person I meet.
Your fall quiz. Do you know what fodder shock is?
100%.
Yeah, so I loaded up the car with fodder shock today, or the truck.
That's a
I have
task.
a work truck, and we're going to decorate downtown.
Truck girl. Good for you.
I mean, it's electric.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. You're out there doing the Lord's work. Yeah.
Ford Lightning.
Quit bragging. That's great.
Yeah, so it is something different every single day.
Yeah.
That's kind of when I was an intern, my main responsibility was the social media and graphics for any events.
Right.
And then just like event support.
Right. Are you the type of person who needs that, like, every day is different? Every day's an event? Me too.
Yes.
Me too. And my job is not that.
Really?
My, like, 8 to 5. Yeah,
what do you do?
I am marketing for a chain of credit unions.
Okay.
So I mean, it's very design oriented. Like, I'm doing, we have billboards, t-shirts, brochure, like everything designed for 7 branches comes through me. But it gets a little mundane.
Repetitive.
Yeah, it's a little repetitive. And I'm just chained to a cubicle all day, pretty much. So it's just no windows.
See, that's my favorite part about my job is like, I have to be downtown. So any excuse I get to go and sit at a coffee shop in the morning.
Right.
Or last week we went and sat at the bookstore, Johnson's Literary Depot, and just worked.
Allie. We love Allie.
Yeah. So it's very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also such a cool community. And I think maybe it was there when I was younger. I mean, I grew up around here and we spent a lot of time in Johnson City, but in my recollection of being a kid, downtown was rough.
Yeah.
I would say even 15 years ago, because my mom was getting a master's degree at ETSU. So pretty frequently I would have to go with her and sit in the professor's office or back to the classroom and stuff. And I remember like driving through downtown, I remember her locking her car doors at red lights and being like, don't look at him. If there's like, homeless people in the corner or whatever it is. And I mean, obviously downtown still has its problems, but I think it's come a long way from then. Because I don't even remember us ever we went to the Hands-On Museum. That used to be a thing.
Which did never exist when I worked.
Really?
No.
Oh, that was a big part of my
everyone
childhood.
says that it was awesome.
Yeah. I think, it probably was at the time. If you went at this age now, you'd be like, this sucks. Yeah. They had like a fake grocery store where you could like check out plastic groceries, and they had like Noah's Ark with mounted animal heads on the wall and stuff. It was great for a kid.
Yeah.
It was cool. But yeah, I mean, now there's so much. I even saw, what's the news with the mini grants or what?
Yeah, so this is all Lindsay Jones, who is technically my boss. She is my boss.
I've met her. She's very sweet.
Yes, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Really the driving force behind all of that. It gets kind of confusing. So I work for the city of Johnson City. Right. But our organization, we have our Main Street program, which is nationally accredited, has a nonprofit organization called Connect Downtown Johnson City. Okay. So that is when you see like Main Street Days, giving money back to downtown businesses, any of those initiatives are actually that nonprofit organization. Lindsay and I are the city staffers of that organization. Right. Okay. But it's not affiliated with the city, if that makes sense.
It's like city adjacent.
Yes, it's very confusing.
You work in tandem all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah, we got absorbed by the city, and so we are paid by the city. But that organization is solely run by a completely different board that is not affiliated with the city. And
that must be... I mean, that's like a dream setup for a job, too.
Yeah,
where it's
like
great. You're a part of the city, but you're not. Yeah. It's like, I mean, that's awesome that you found that lane. And she's very sweet, too. You guys came to one of our shows. Was it at Saluna?
It was at Saluna, maybe? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was, oh my God, no, I know which one that was. Oh, no, I just remembered, I may have to cut some stuff right. Anyways, yeah, that was that show. And I'll cut it back in now that we can talk about it. But
anyways, the micro grants.
Oh yeah.
Do you want
Sorry.
to run it back into the?
Yeah, no, okay. The micro grants. Tell me about those, because I just saw the headline today. My boss was actually reading it to me, and I saw where Terrarium Plant Store was on there. That's like the only thing I saw, because we love them. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's quite a few downtown businesses that are going to be getting micro grants. That was rolled out through the Connect Downtown organization. Okay. And our committee, which I believe I'm going to get this part wrong, but one of our committees handled the applications and deciding who got what. Okay. It was through they did like a chart sorting out.
Right. But the businesses actually applied for
yes.
it. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
And it was super cool to see. I mean, we obviously don't have endless amounts of money, or we would give it out as much as possible. But we are doing it. We're rolling out another set of money. Oh. I can't talk today. We're running out another thing of money and grants to different businesses later on. I think in the winter. Okay. Well, that's exciting. But they ranged, I think, from 100 to 2,000. Yeah. I have to pull up the article.
I think I saw 4,000.
Okay, yeah. Maybe for it was 2,000 to 4,000.
Okay. Is there, like, when decide, and I don't, did you have any factor in the decision at all? You're just
completely different committee. Right. Yeah.
But I mean, as far as you know, was there any, like, is there an intention for these grants of, like, this is to be used towards specific events, development, marketing? What's the intention?
Yeah, so the intention of it, from what I understood, was it could be really anything. Mm-hmm. It couldn't be used for payment of staff, and it couldn't be used for like operations. Okay. But anything like, I'm trying to remember, there were like Tipton Street Pub, for instance. Yeah. They used the money to build they're going to do a new awning. So that's like a facade situation. Right.
Like improvement of the space itself.
Any type of improvement of the space was...
Damn, I hope the plant store builds a stage for us. For
I know. It was really cool. And I wish Lindsay could comment. You should get her on here too. She's awesome.
I would love to.
But it was really, really cool she said, to read all the different things that these businesses wanted to do with their spaces that they just don't have the money to do.
Right. So they submitted their ideas for the use of it. With it. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And that's how it was kind of determined.
That's awesome. Because, I mean, all of that, and I think I saw where Laura's involved too.
Laura is the board chair for that committee. Okay. It's really weird. So to be Main Street accredited, we have to have our board, and then we have to have 4 different committees. So those committees are special events, placemaking, booms tracker, and...
You're on the spot. A lot of pressure.
Occupancy, building occupancy.
You could say anything and I would believe you. That's the other thing. I don't know.
This is bad. I'm having a brain fart.
But still, I mean, it's collaborative.
So it's 4 different, and then there's board chairs for each of those committees. Okay. So Laura's heading that committee. Gotcha. And she's done a fabulous job. I mean, she's amazing. She really is amazing.
And I want you to know she's almost been on this show a dozen times, and she is such a busy human.
She's like, I can't.
Which I get that. Yeah, she's almost been. She will be eventually. We actually just bumped into her the other day, but yeah, she is exceptional, and I think that the generalist, at least in my experience, and we've done 7 shows there, probably, like as many if not more than the plant store in Saluna. The way that she runs that business even is a miracle on top of everything else she's doing. And where she came from, Chicago, she had a background a little bit in improv, I think, and she was very aware of don't tell, because there's a Don't Tell Chicago and stuff. So she when I walked in the door, she was like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this is here. How can I help? And she has been easily one of our biggest supporters in the downtown space, especially. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these grants, that's really going to do a lot, I think, for the community. Yeah. Especially something like an awning at Tipton's, because they need it.
Yeah. There's quite a bit. I wish I knew more about that aspect, because they're doing some really awesome things. But for the longest time, we were an organization that had no money. Right. So to be able to actually give that money back to the downtown businesses is huge. Sure. Because when I was an intern back in 2021, it was conversations of we have no money.
Really?
How is this organization going to run? Because we're not making anything.
Right. Was that kind of like residual of COVID and its impact on things?
There was a few different things that it's a whole
you don't have to go into
it. There was quite a bit. But that's kind of when Lindsay, who was in my role at the time, was like, okay, how can we make some money?
Right.
So that's how events kind of came into.
I mean, to go from that low point to where they are now with the mini grants in 4 years is pretty astounding. I think that's pretty awesome. And I think, is that also indicative of just like the community support of downtown businesses and stuff? Because I know over the last, really, I guess, year and a half that I've been doing Don't Tell, I've spent a considerable amount downtown of bothering all the local business owners into letting me do shows there and stuff. And I mean, even just this past weekend, I was there and there was or maybe it was 2 weekends ago. What was the huge event all the way up?
The sidewalk sale.
Downtown.
Main Street sidewalk sale?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
That was insane. I tried to go in the new antique store, and they're awesome.
Yes.
We're going to do a show there, too. Spoiler alert. You heard it here first, folks. We're going to do there one soon. But it couldn't even get in the door. Like, just the amount of support. And that is what I do not remember from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it sounds like your organization is like almost directly responsible for that change.
Yeah, I would say that organization has done a lot, but I would say it's done a lot because of the buy-in from the downtown businesses.
Sure.
Because initially, as a business owner, that's hard to just be like, okay, who are you? What are you doing? What are you trying to sell? And we're not trying to, the whole organization's point is to bring people into downtown and bring them into businesses.
Right, not keep them out.
Yeah, so that our downtown can thrive. And if we didn't have the buy-in of those businesses wanting to support and be a part of our boards and help out with events and volunteer, we wouldn't be successful.
Sure.
And I think that they all understand that as well. Like,
right. Well, I'm sure there's cases where that's not true, and those businesses have their own reasons, I'm sure, and that's fine. But I mean, do you know, like, even just a ballpark number of how many businesses are in the downtown area right now? Like,
I
wouldn't even know.
That's a Lindsay question.
Dozens for sure.
Yeah, I would say over 100.
Yeah.
So our downtown district is actually crazy. It's one of the biggest in the nation.
Really?
In our like the Main Street program. Because our Main Street or our downtown district goes from West Walnut, so we're talking over there by McDonald's,
right,
all the way down to end of Main Street. So
that's
Literary Depot.
That's huge.
Yeah,
that's
massive.
I mean, because that's all the way down past like Backdoor Records and Tennessee Hills and all that, and that new stretch. I mean, I don't know how much we can. If anybody even gives a shit, I do. But that new stretch that they're doing on West Walnut is insane.
It's awesome.
What they're doing over there is awesome. Yeah, I mean, how much involvement have you had personally with those projects? I mean, I've been to Fearless Coffee a lot.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say I sit at Fearless Coffee quite a bit.
I consider myself a supporter of that business. Yeah, they are fantastic.
That space is amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So I would say I haven't had a huge part in like the development of that, but I'm also pretty new to my current role.
Sure.
So there are some things coming.
Exciting.
There's a Welcome to Walnut event coming up.
Okay.
October 3rd. So that's a big announcement. Like this is one of that we haven't really even published it yet.
Look at me, breaking news.
I know.
Who would have thought? In my spare bedroom. That's crazy.
I know.
Who would have thought that when I put this neon on the wall in my spare bedroom, I'd be breaking downtown news? Nobody thought that.
Voodoo, breaking news.
That's right. I'm going to put the little graphic along the bottom of the screen on YouTube.
Breaking news.
Here it is. No, that's awesome. I mean, so that's just kind of introducing the community to that new strip that's done.
Yeah. And those businesses have taken a beating for the last 5 years.
Yes, they have.
And the fact that they've been able to stay open and persevere through all of it. We really wanted to do an event that brought people over there to appreciate it.
Sure.
So
that's huge.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, and I spent you saw the collection downstairs. I spent a lot of time at Backdoor Records as well. Let me give them a shout out. He's also maybe going to come on at some point. He's awesome. But started going there in college, so 2018 probably. I've been going there, 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
And I will say over the last 4 or 5 years with the construction and stuff, I've even heard him comment on the impact that it's had on his business. So I'm sure that an event like that will not only mean a lot to the community that gets to experience it, but those businesses need it.
Yeah,
for sure.
they really, really
for
do.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's very special. And I mean, that's, I assume, something that would just continue to occur anywhere there's like new development and stuff. It sounds like you guys are just shedding light on new stuff, which is awesome. Because I think I knew about Fearless. We'll just maybe single them out because I'm such a coffee fanatic and stuff. And I have, I got my ears on the street. I have my coffee fiends who tell me where the good stuff is. So we knew they were coming. But there's some stuff, I feel like every time I'm over there, I see something that I didn't know about. And we've even done some shows over there. We did a Don't Tell at Tennessee Hills at one point in their space. And Lauren is awesome. The event social media gal over there is really, really cool and has been good to us. But I mean, is there any downtown business that you personally feel like doesn't have the eyes on it that you wish it did? There may be a dozen of them, but I mean, is there like any personal favorites of yours? That's another thing from my list.
Personal favorite that doesn't get...
You kind of said Fearless.
I love Fearless.
You already said Fearless.
I really, really do love Fearless. Yeah. Are we talking West Walnut or downtown as a
Anywhere.
whole?
Anywhere.
You mentioned Backdoor Records. That's a really, really cool place. Okay, yeah. I know.
He's
I
awesome.
know.
Okay.
The Lego store downtown. Get bricked.
Oh, yes. I went in there for the first time during that
yeah.
festival when I was there, or a couple weeks ago. That place is awesome.
It is so awesome.
It's awesome. And I did not know it was there.
Yeah.
Did not know it was there.
It's so funny. Like a lot of our sip and shop events, they participate and people all the time will be like, what is this Get Bricked place? Or,
right.
What is this? And I'm like, it's a Lego store, but like people see all these different businesses and they're like, oh, I didn't know this was here. Or, I didn't know this was here.
Yeah.
And we're growing so fast. Like literally some apparel has been open for what, 3 months, 4 months, and they're expanding already.
Really?
Yeah.
That quick?
They announced last week
awesome.
that they're moving in. They're just moving next door, but they're expanding.
Yeah, that's 3 months is crazy too.
Yeah.
That's I feel like every time I'm down there, I either see something new or see something that I'm reminded I've not been in yet.
Yeah.
Like there's always, and I mean, as someone who grew up in Bristol, I can tell you that our downtown has quite the opposite issue at the moment, where doors are closing rapidly. And I don't think, I mean, that's not me being a hater or me breaking any more news or anything. I think you could look up downtown Bristol and see the news articles. But same thing where it's like compared to 15 years ago, all the doors were boarded up. We have businesses down there that are trying, and some of them have had scandals and tax related issues and stuff. And the State Street is weird too, I think, because the Virginia, Tennessee.
I was gonna say they have it
issue.
really hard because like half of it is Virginia, half of it's Tennessee.
Right.
And so I can't even imagine having to navigate that. Like,
yeah, if half of your downtown was North Carolina.
I mean, that would be insane.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure that's a layer, and that's part of why they struggle. But I mean, I think that from what I know, and I'm sure there's somebody out there who has probably the equivalent to your position, but for Bristol, but I'm not aware of them. And it may just be because I've not invested in the downtown of Bristol as much, and that's partially on me as a resident of here. But I think that something y'all are doing is working. And I mean, maybe that
makes my heart happy.
Maybe that's y'all, maybe that's the businesses. It's probably a mix.
I think it's a good mix.
Yeah.
I think I think it's a really
It's
good
also
mix.
just the community.
Our downtown community is unmatched.
Right.
They really, really are amazing people. Every single one of them.
Sure.
And one of my favorite things is they all collaborate. Like,
right.
They are always, I mean, when Andrew announced that they were doing Johnson's Literary Depot.
Yeah.
We had Sentimental Journey Antiques do a book drive for them. Like, the buy-in is there, the relationships are there, and everyone truly does care about each and every person.
Right.
Which I think is huge and says a lot, and that's, I think, why we've been so successful. I think Cam McAllister, who is my board chair for the special events, shout out Cam, love him. He owns Sentimental Journey Antiques.
Oh, and I just got Cam's number in my phone like 3 days ago. I just met this guy. I know exactly.
Amazing.
He is awesome. Yeah.
Awesome guy.
They are great. So they came to our Don't Tell at 1976 Flowers. They just happened to be there. And the way that garage is set up is the entrance is kind of off from the main room. So they, I guess, were just stopping by to see Stephanie or see the event. And well, they heard the laughter, and so they came down the hall, and I think I may have been on stage or I was in the back of the room. I was for some reason in the showroom, and I saw them come in, and I hadn't been introduced, so I didn't know who they were. But then after we left, Haley was like, they own Sentimental Journey and they want to talk to you. So I went by there and talked to him and stuff. But yeah, he's awesome.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Laura helped him with social media and setting up his like computer system, and I mean stuff like that. Like for a small business owner just getting started, it can be very overwhelming.
Right.
And there's some people who could look at it and be like, oh, well, you're my competition. Like, I'm not going to help you. Yeah. And that's not it whatsoever.
Because there probably is some overlap between the items he sells and what Laura sells, but she didn't. Well, I think, and this is obviously something I would ask her in person when she does come in. But I think coming from Chicago in an atmosphere like that, I would say that she really relishes in that small town, help one another, trade off. And I think I flip that to you. You're kind of coming at it from the opposite angle where, like, I mean, Haley's parents still live in Canton. I go there. I know what that place looks like. So, I mean, for you, do you ever miss even a smaller set? Like, is Johnson City ever too big for you, or you think it's a good size?
I think it's the perfect size. I do think so. Have you been to Waynesville before?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm from.
Okay.
And
good soda.
Our downtown, like our main street, is unmatched. Like I
really?
love our main street. There's, I mean, so much. And I think when I look at our downtown, I can see like what it can be, because I grew up with a main street that there was never vacant buildings. There was never issues with people just leaving their businesses vacant or dilapidating. So seeing what it can be, I think really motivates me as well, because I know what it can be.
Is that maybe like, and I don't want to get you in trouble with your current position, but in a dream scenario, would you ever see yourself going back to Waynesville and being a part of that community and growing it in the way you have here? Or are you pretty invested in Johnson City?
I'm pretty invested in Johnson City. It's funny, my parents want to retire here.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I love my hometown. It's a great place to raise a family, but I just don't. I think you can outgrow a space.
Yeah. Or state.
I think
I'm with you.
I think sometimes my hometown can be a fishbowl, or a toilet bowl. That's a good, where you just
swirl around.
You just don't really do much.
Hometown's rough too, because it's like, especially when that size.
Everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows anything and everything about you.
Right. Everything bad you've ever done. They know. Yeah.
You can't go to the grocery store without seeing someone you know.
Right.
It's just
There is something beautiful in that.
There is.
But in terms of business, like, even I'll just maybe translate it to the comedy lane, because that's how it's my whole world now. Is like, comics around here don't always give me the same level of I don't want to say respect, but the same level of acknowledgement as when I'm on the road doing shows in other places, because they all saw me go up for the first time. They literally, a lot of them watched me bomb for 5 minutes with what I thought were jokes when I had, and I still do, but I mean, at the the first time ever. So they're never going to look at me as anything but that guy. And I get that, because there's guys who started after me that I think of the same way. But when you leave your hometown and you go away, you get to kind of like invent yourself and be your own person. I mean, that seems like you probably did that years ago through college and stuff, but your position is like such a perfect spot for you, I feel.
I'm obsessed with my job.
Are you?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That makes one of us.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not obsessed with my job.
When I first graduated my grad school, though, I did not start with this job. I went and worked at Ballad for a little bit.
Now so there's a flip side.
I did the corporate world for about 3 months.
Yeah.
And it was not for me.
Yeah.
And my current role opened up. Lindsay Jones called me and was like, "This is yours if you want it." Like,
had you met her just through that internship?
So I worked for her in my internship, and honestly, we hit it off. Like, we became really, really good friends. So we stayed friends after I went to grad school and took a job that actually paid me for a little bit.
Sure. You got to make money.
So, but we stayed friends that entire time, and we did a lot together. We still do outside of work.
Yeah.
So when the job opened up, she was like, It's perfect. Yeah.
It's perfect.
And And she's my best, like, she really is my best friend. It's awesome to have a boss that's your best friend.
That is awesome. My boss is cool, but she is not my best friend.
No, she is. Lindsay is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And so the job itself has opened so many doors. My boyfriend's not from here originally, and so like on our first date, we went to Label or something, and
standard.
Yeah,
it's a standard move.
And then I think we went to Tipton's, but we walked in and like at Label, like 4 people was like, "Oh hey, how are you? How are you?" And then we went into Tipton's, and someone was like, "Oh my gosh, hey!" And he was like, "How do you know so many people?" And I'm like, "Literally my job, like it." Has opened so many doors.
He's like, "Are you famous or something?"
It's funny. My friends call me the mayor of Johnson City.
Oh, really?
Not
because everybody knows you. Man, I'm excited. I'm sitting down with the mayor. I didn't realize.
No shot.
But I mean, still having those connections, I'm sure, just benefits the position as a whole. And even like if eventually you do decide to move on to something else and someone fits into that role, having that role be a part of the community is huge, because I mean, I'm sure there's people in city positions especially and corporate positions that don't operate that way and don't have that level of kind of coolness or respect from the community.
Yeah,
that probably makes it hard to thrive, I would imagine.
Yeah, I can't. I would not thrive.
Yeah, it's also not who you are.
No,
you're kind of just like a nice people person. I mean, have I met you in person once prior to this?
Yeah, I think so.
And you agreed to come to my house and do this? Like, you're a very trusting, nice
my mom
person.
Was like, "So what are you doing tonight?" And I was like, "I'm going to do a podcast." And she was like, "Where? With who?" And I was like, "Well," I was trying to explain like Haley, and I was like, "It's Haley's boyfriend." And she was like,
"She's like,
where?"
what? Yeah.
I'm like,
I've got my
Don't
gun.
worry about it.
I've got my pepper spray. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had Allie in here, and she was kind of the first non-comedian guest I had really sat down with. Well, that I didn't know super personally already. And so I kind of have used her as a platform. So like anytime, maybe even with you, anytime I'm asking a new person, especially that would know Allie, I just send a link to her episode. And I'm like, look, Allie's was fine.
She was on board.
We had fun.
She survived. She's not a dumpster in the backyard.
Right. She's doing great. And I think the goal is eventually I'll get Andrew in here too to kind of talk about the depot and stuff. But I mean, aside from their businesses, which are awesome, and then Fearless, I'm trying to think of what's the coffee shop? It's up the street. The Moon. Yeah. Aren't they moving too?
They're moving too.
Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually. So you were talking about the hands-on museum.
Yeah.
So I think Mitch Cox bought the building.
Okay.
And they have renovated it. It's going to be 3 basically vanilla envelope buildings where you just walk in, blank space. So it's 3 different spaces that they're turning in. So the Moon's going into one of them.
Yeah.
Some apparel is going into another one.
Okay.
And now they're adding women's clothing. Woo-hoo.
That's exciting.
And then I don't know if the 3rd space has been filled yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's crazy that both of them are expanding because they're overflowing with.
Yeah, and I've been to the Moon a lot as well, and it's really good quality, really good staff. I've always had, and they'll let me hang don't tell flyers, which is also a reason why I like them. Anytime a business is like, yeah, sure,
like, okay,
you're cool. Yeah, but I mean, I think that move makes sense to me because they're growing so fast. But then we've seen some other businesses come and go recently too. The one that I kind of thought of when I was thinking of talking with you today is Main Street Pizza. And I know that they had sort of a tough situation with Helene and some land related things. But I mean, to see something like that go, is that ever difficult in your position? Because it's almost like losing a family member.
Yeah, it really is. And that location specifically was really, really hard because it's a huge space with big windows, people looking, and if it's empty, like and that was just a staple of downtown for forever. So that was really, really hard. And around that time another business closed as well. I'm trying to remember.
There's been a few.
So both of those were really hard, and I would say with the ending of something, we were very lucky to have something new coming in. So Twisted Fork is coming in, which is another restaurant, which I was really, really excited about, and I cannot wait for them to open.
Yeah, I wonder, do they have a date or anything?
No, they've gone through it. I mean, their dates just kind of get being pushed back with
that's a long
permitting
road, right?
and that building is so old. And they have, sure. I mean, it is old. Yeah. And so actually an investor bought the building recently.
Interesting.
And they're redoing all of it. Yeah. I think it's going to be really cool when it's done, but because they had to do so much renovations, it's just delayed a whole lot. What they've been able to do with a lot of those downtown spaces is so crazy. I mean, every time I'm in a new space down there, I think, because I just, this is kind of another spoiler maybe, our next Don't Tell show that'll be out the week after this the show will be a week after this comes out, is at Spark Plaza. Yeah. So we've not done one there yet, but they actually reached out to me, which has happened just a handful of times. And they said that I guess one of their members knows us, or they were connected with us somehow and interested in doing a show, and they have this new space. And I went and toured that place. It's huge. It's never ending in there. I get lost. Yeah, we kept turning hallways, and I was like, is this still Spark Plaza? Where are we right now? And he was like, yeah, and the room's back here where we're going to do the show, and the bathroom's over here, and there's all these, I mean, what a cool And they space. Renovated that space. They knocked a wall down. It used to be 2 different buildings. Really? They renovated it. It's turned into a fabulous, fabulous space. It is huge, and I think even when I was there just touring it, there's quite a few people in and out that were using the space, and he kind of talked to me a little bit about their membership, and they have some different events that they're kind of wanting to collab with Don't Tell in order to promote those upcoming events and stuff. So obviously I'm Don't Tell Tri-Cities, so I'm all over the place, but being in downtown Johnson City has just been such a natural fit for us. Yeah. Like having people like Allie and Laura and Carrie at the plant store has just, they've just embraced us like no other. That's one thing is like our downtown businesses are always down to do an event. Yeah. Like and I think that's the one thing, like if I could add one thing to downtown, it would be a little bit something activity wise, if that makes sense. Sure. Where I think that's the one thing that we're lacking. When we did our Main Street Days Festival back in October, one of the things we did was take vacant windows and ask people to write what they wanted. And one of the top things was like mini golf downtown, a wine bar, which now we have 2. Yeah. Just something active. Right. And I do think that is one thing that we're struggling with. Do you find that the community is asking for like adult activity more, or is it more family oriented? Right. Because I feel like there's a lot of bars and there's a lot of bar/restaurants and the more adult things. But as far as kids, even some of the like Blue Plum obviously is a huge event and stuff. But I mean, a lot of that I don't think is more geared towards family. No, I agree. And that's what we really tried with our Main Street Days Festival, we partner with Parks and Rec with the city to do a whole kids zone. Right. Because, I mean, families make up a huge part of our demographic. Of course. And, I think that is one thing that sometimes families are hesitant to come down because there's not something for everyone. Right. So, yeah, I would. The mini golf is a good idea, too. I think at the last event I was at, the huge one, whatever that was, there was like a mobile mini golf station. One of our vendors is that was mobile awesome. Mini golf. Yeah, they're awesome. I had never seen that. I turned to the street and was like, what? There's 2 actually. On? Really? Like we had one at Main Street Days, and then the sidewalk sell people, someone else was like, hey, we have a mobile mini golf thing. And I'm like, where do you guys get this stuff? Like they come in with like trailers and I'm like, this is a setup. Yeah, I think he had just like a van, it looked like, and had kind of thrown it in there and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool way, and I hope that things like that continue to draw family stuff. But even like, I mean, you mentioned Get Brick too. That's another, like, obviously as a avid adult Lego fan myself, I am not going to say that's for kids because it's not, but they love it. Kids love Legos. So yeah, logically, I feel like if they have somewhere else to go after that, they will. And that's also kind of on the edge of your downtown space too. So is that part of your all's goal, is to get you to the middle, get folks in more downtown? I think it's just getting anybody anywhere, really and truly. Sure. Filling the businesses as a whole so that you have plenty of options and it's not just in one place. Right. So predominantly social media is kind of the angle you come at it from, right? So, is that your background more? Yeah, my background is in digital marketing and communications. Yeah. But my role is very weird. So I handle any city event. Okay. My title is Special Events Manager for the City of Johnson City.
Okay.
So I handle any event downtown.
Yeah.
As well as externally, like road closures or something like that.
Mm.
And then I handle the Connect Downtown Johnson City portion as well.
Okay.
So I handle any downtown event that is hosted by that organization.
Right.
And then I also do all of the marketing for downtown.
That's I mean, I'm getting tired just hearing
and the social media.
That's so much.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the socials work, first of all. I have fallen victim to y'all's reels a lot. In fact, I think when you came to the Don't Tell show, you shot one there. And I mean, I even saw the impact of that on our numbers and our awareness. I think that was huge for us. And anytime that you all share our flyer or whatever, the Instagram things, I think that you've built a community online as well. So is it ever discouraging that maybe sometimes that online community doesn't actually translate to people walking indoors? Because that happens with me a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. I would say yes. It's hard because the role of that page is to truly promote downtown businesses. And sometimes the algorithm picks up on it really well. Yeah. And then others it doesn't. And I don't ever want it to be a reflection that we didn't do enough to support a downtown business.
Sure. That's just the nature
It's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
But it can be frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I deal with it just, from, this show, the clips that I put out from this show and personal clips and then Don't Tell stuff. It's totally random. Sometimes
and the algorithm is ever changing. It's so frustrating.
Right.
You'll think you'll have it figured out, and then a week later, they're like, oh, actually, no, we changed our dimensions.
Right.
And reels are popular this week.
Yeah.
And next week, it'll be carousels, and then the next week, it'll be a static post.
It's exhausting.
And this probably makes no sense to half the people listening.
No, I mean, I think anybody who... Honestly, more than ever, I guess, a lot of folks are putting out content and engaging. Like, especially just being around comics and stuff, it is amazing to me that, especially 40 years ago, but 10 years ago, sitting in a green room at a comedy club, everyone's talking about jokes. Yeah. Now, everyone's talking about freaking Instagram.
This many likes.
100%. Here, what hashtag should I use? What time of day should I post on TikTok? Like, you hear other comics giving that, whereas it used to be maybe like camera recommendations and things, and that's still around. But I have friends that have found a lot of success there. My friend Travis has really kind of figured out social media in terms of his branding and his comedy, and what he's been able to do for himself with that is insane. It's insane.
I mean, we've been really, really lucky. When I first started as an intern, I think we had like 10,000 followers. Now we're at 25. I think 23 on Instagram, 25 on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we've grown massively.
Right.
We still have quite a bit to go because our population's 80,000.
Right.
But it's awesome to be able to have a platform. It's I feel like I have imposter syndrome sometimes though.
Really?
I'm like, I should not be handling this social media.
30,000. Yeah.
Like, this is not, I should not have the access to this.
Well, I'm sure that a lot of that follower count probably aren't even Johnson City residents or locals. I know, like, Haley's mom still lives in Kenton.
Yeah.
And she almost daily will send Haley something from the town of Jonesboro and be like, you should go to this event. And she's like, why are you following the town of Jonesboro? But I mean, people, when they love an area, when they love a city, they follow and they want to know what's coming up.
Yeah. No, it's cool to look at all of our analytics on like who's watching what.
Sure.
It's crazy. We also have the city has a, platform that we purchased called Placer AI.
Okay.
I'm going to nerd out for a second.
Okay.
So just bear with me.
Yeah, no, tell me.
So basically, if you've ever logged on to a site and it asked if you are accepting cookies,
yes,
you say yes.
Big fan of cookies.
Me too.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip personally,
but oatmeal raisin or no?
No, I'm out.
Really? See, I'm an old man. I was literally raised by a 60-year-old man, so I love me some oatmeal raisin. Sorry, go ahead. I got fat guy'd out. Go ahead.
You're good. Are you hungry?
I got excited.
It is dinner time.
I did get excited about cookies. I'll get some later. Go ahead.
But so Placer AI basically partners with people who have done cookies.
Yeah.
And cell phone pings. We can basically say Main Street Days Festival, for example.
Right.
I can make a geogrid of everything that's there, and then I can say from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. how many people attended this event. Based off of cell phone pings, we're able to get pretty accurate data
Wow.
of who attends.
Yeah, that's gonna freak some people out.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember where I was going with that. What were we talking about? Just had a brain fart.
I got distracted by oatmeal raisin
I
cookies.
do. The cookies just completely.
No, you were just saying like how not everyone follows from Johnson City.
Yeah, so crazily enough, we had people from like New York. And
Really?
A huge amount of people from Knoxville, South Carolina, North Carolina. But you're able to literally see the exact number of people that come to these events from different areas.
Yeah. That's awesome. I know a lot of people vacation in East Tennessee too, like from New York and stuff to get a break from that. So that makes sense. I remember, because I grew up in Bristol, the race was like a big part of my life, which I hate and never go. But because of the location of where we're sitting right now, such an inconvenience.
I passed it in on the way in.
It's such a nightmare. And I didn't know when I started renting this, but like I just can't come to my home for a week around the race. It's a lot. But
how was the MLB? Showcase?
Worse.
I can't even imagine.
Worse. I actually was out of town that weekend.
Okay.
I had a
strategic
road gig. So yeah, I just stayed gone for 3 days.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not even gonna try.
Fire fest.
I heard it was worse though. So but no, like with the race being around, that brought people from all over too. And I remember when I was a kid, we used to like go to the campgrounds and walk around and look for the license plate that was the furthest away.
That's
and it
awesome.
would be shit from like Canada and New York where you're like, why here? Why are you here for this? To me, that is unlike downtown in that I don't understand why anybody would want to go to the race, but I do understand why people would want to come to downtown Johnson City, especially with the growth and all the different things available. Like you mentioned the family aspect too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take my kids to a race, but if we can like get coffee, go to a Lego store, play mini golf and eat lunch in the same
day, in the same morning,
2 streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Why would you not? That's huge.
Yeah.
That's really huge. I'm excited
awesome.
for it. Is there any kind of event coming up for a business, for yourself, for downtown, for anything?
So many.
Anything. I mean, if you
October is horrible for me. I am on very little sleep and will be until the end of October.
Okay. Well, thanks for taking the time to come.
This is my favorite. I mean, this is my main job,
right.
But there's plenty of downtown events going on. Okay. Would you like me to lay them out for you?
Sure. Hey,
okay.
Do you have them stored in your head right now?
Yeah,
Are you about to,
they're up here.
off the dome? You're about
off
to freestyle
dome.
this? This is crazy.
Off the dome.
All right, here goes the mayor of Johnson City freestyling these
All right, are you ready?
This is awesome. No, seriously, I'm honestly, just for personal, I'm curious what's coming.
Okay.
Like, yeah, what do we got?
Here we go.
Impress me.
The one coming up the soonest. Mm-hmm. Words are hard right now.
Sure. There's a lot.
September 25th, Downtown Sip and Shop Fall Edition. This is a classic event that we host downtown.
Okay.
It gets all of our downtown businesses involved that want to participate.
Yeah.
But basically what you do, you buy a $20 ticket. Ticket gets you an exclusive cup and a tote bag.
I do like a cup.
Uh-huh. And
you're drinking from one that I stole from a Hattie B's in Nashville.
Hattie B's is really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And it gets hate, but
this one is exclusive. This cup is exclusive.
One of
the year. Actually, some apparel. Kevin, he designed the logo this year.
Oh, cool!
Which is awesome.
That's awesome.
So you get a cup, and then all the participating downtown businesses offer a special food. A lot of them offer wine or beer. Right. So it's kind of a fun, like you go, you fill up your cup at each store, drink, shop. It's really the event's goal is to just get people in stores that they've never attended before.
Sure.
So that's September 25th.
And that I've seen that in the past. Is that usually a pretty successful event?
It is. Yeah. It typically sells out, especially the one around Christmas time.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fall is so exciting too, though. I mean, like the theming of it is there.
Yeah.
That's probably, I'm assuming that's why you got whatever the hell the name, corn husk.
Fodder shocks,
whatever that is. Yeah.
No, one of our goals this year was really to decorate downtown and make it more inviting. Mm-hmm. Where I come from, Waynesville, I mean, they're ridiculous. Like it could be any holiday. It could, and they will have flags out, ribbon, all the things. It's a little excessive, but if you make the space more inviting, people will come.
Of course.
Or take pictures. Or highlight any type of exposure we can get is great.
Right.
So, and it's just fun to decorate.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good day at work when you're out picking up corn husks.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And some hay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some pumpkins.
I do the mail run for our credit union once a month. And so I just drive around to 7 branches and pick up the mail. It's the best day.
The best day ever.
It's this Thursday. I can't stop thinking about it. I've thought about it for a month. I can't wait. It's the best day. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
So that's one event. Then we have Acoustic Autumn, my favorite event downtown. Fridays After 5 is our summer concert series that we do in King Commons.
Right.
Acoustic Autumn is a much chiller version of Fridays After 5. It's in Founders Park Pavilion.
Okay.
It is acoustic, obviously,
sure,
in the name.
Sure.
It's a lot more laid back. It's on a Thursday night, not a Friday.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Little something different.
Right.
Also, we want traffic from... We don't have food trucks at events. We purposely do that so that people go into other businesses and support local.
Oh, yeah. I never even thought about... I'm probably a super big... I've probably committed that sin a lot where at events I go to a food truck that's not even from there.
Yeah.
Rather than
No, and that's one thing that like I get mixed match feedback. People are like, oh, well, why don't you have a food truck at Fridays After 5? Or why don't you have a food truck here? And I'm like, because there are 40 downtown businesses that you could get to go from if you just walk your little legs across the street.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Downtown.
Downtown. If you're gonna
it depends on the day. And
let's say you're gonna eat lunch by yourself. Where do you go?
Red Mez.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah.
That was real quick.
I love
it is good.
me a chicken gyro.
It is good.
Gyro. I can never say it.
Both. Who cares? Yeah. Very good.
Love them.
Okay. Let's say you're taking a client out for something business related. It's a dinner. It's kind of nice. You're doing something a little bit nicer.
We have really good options for that downtown, so I feel like you can't go wrong.
I'm just like silently writing down
but
every restaurant.
Timber is such a hidden gem.
I have heard that. I have not been to it.
Yeah,
and I know it's been open
a
while. But
good hidden gem.
Honestly, it just broke my heart that Tupelo Honey is no longer there, and so even going in that neck of the woods makes me sad. I can't even go over there.
I was never here when Tupelo Honey was in existence. So I didn't,
so good.
Yeah, I mean they have one in Asheville, and
they do.
Their chicken and waffles are banging.
I've been. Yeah. What about Juan Sao? Have you been there?
Yes.
Juan Sao?
Love Juan Sao.
I've heard it's great.
It's really, really good.
I'm gonna hit you with one. This is my only you're literally the mayor of Johnson City, so you're gonna know.
I don't know.
But I only have one rec that a friend of mine gave me, who's been on the show. Shout out to my friend Silas, and he used to work there. Is and I'm gonna screw it up. I think it's China Walk. Am I wrong? It's like a street over.
Walk and Hibachi.
No, different one. Not Walk and Hibachi. Maybe I'm telling the mayor.
You're talking
something.
about Korean Taco House?
Nope. It's behind.
Oh, no. I know where it is. It's over.
Is it Magic Walk?
Yes, it's Magic Walk.
That's what it is. Behind Owl's Nest and all that.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Unbelievable. I don't know how you feel about Chinese food, but this guy, the owner, I assume, I've met him a handful of times. The owner, he cooks everything himself, and he will come out and like personally walk you through the menu. And they have the front side is all like Americanized, like what you would normally find, and the back is all like his family traditional Szechuan Chinese recipes.
Yum.
Out of this world good. That's obviously like a street over from probably the actual physical downtown, but my goodness, is that good. And that's local. Still, you're supporting local. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff down there. Yeah.
I'm weird. I have a sensitive belly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I gotta be careful, but
it'll do that too.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
runs in
the
family, you know.
Yeah,
genes.
Sure. Haley is obsessed with that place because they have scallion pancakes. You ever had this? It's like a really almost like a crepe, but it's like a Chinese crepe, and it's griddled and it has scallions in it, and you eat it with chili crisp. It's so good. Anyways, that got real fat for a second again. But
are you hungry? Do we need?
I am honestly not. That's what's crazy. We could do 4 hours on just food easily.
I would love that. Yeah.
But Fearless Coffee.
Yes.
Definitely one. And their food is also fantastic.
Fantastic.
I've had it a few
times. Their cookies. Chocolate. Speaking of cookies.
There we go.
Their homemade chocolate chip cookies are chef's kiss.
We got some crazy scone there a couple months ago. And I think it was a goat cheese and bacon scone. And it was also really sweet. It was maybe like honey, goat cheese, and bacon. Never would have even thought about that in a scone. It was so good. It was so good.
If you like baked goods, you really, really need to try Lazy Lady Baking.
I knew you were going to say
It's really good.
The one place downtown I've never been, and everyone tells me.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
yes.
I gotta go.
That would also be a really fun place to do a Don't Tell at.
I've also been told that.
Yeah,
I've
because they have their the gallery right beside it.
Right. Yeah, that's what I have. Someone that knows her or someone involved
Marin.
in the business has mentioned it to me, but I've not been by. But maybe I will, because we need.
Yes, that's a really good space.
Okay,
and a big space.
Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that too. So aside from food, what about, is there any last minute shots you want to give to other business? I know it's a lot of pressure because
there's so many.
there's like favoritism involved.
No,
but I mean,
I hate.
Well, we've talked about a bunch. The Generalist Plant Store's awesome. What about Wallace Theater? Do you guys work with Chris at all over there?
Yeah, Lindsay has a better relationship with Chris than I do, but I am familiar with Chris. I know that he just added a new addition to his space.
He did.
Doing kind of like a coworker type addition. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's upstairs.
Yeah.
And I've done a number of comedy shows there over the years. And my friend Travis that I mentioned is producing Travis Stevenson and Friends as sort of a monthly showcase there now. And then we've done a few Don't Tells there too. So he's just like another very open, supportive person downtown. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. That's really huge.
Oh, there's so many. I'm trying to think of.
So I know we're obviously getting close to Christmas and stuff, all that stuff. That's so much. I'm sure it's all floating around in your head, but is there any other events kind of in the next month or two? Because this will be out in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So after that, I mean, October, especially late September, what's going on downtown?
Acoustic Autumn, that's a big one. Every Thursday in October.
We
got 5 weeks this year.
Right.
Can't talk. We have 5 nights because of the way the month fell.
Right.
So we have a really, really awesome lineup.
That's cool.
All local. Trevin Sluss, Maddie Foster, Dan Schroll, Thomas Castle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I missing one? Yes, one. Seth Thomas. And friends. He's awesome.
I know that name.
Yeah, he used to own, it was a downtown business over by, it's where Vita Yoga is now.
Oh.
It was like a workshop.
Right.
He's going to kill me that I don't remember the name.
Well, that's okay. He's performing.
Yeah. So he's just been in and out downtown. He won like Tennessee Songwriter of the Year one year. I mean, he's amazing. And he's getting back into music. He took a break, so he's great.
That's awesome.
He's ending the series. And then we have our Main Street Days Festival, October 18th.
October 18th.
And that is probably my favorite event, other than Acoustic Autumn.
Yeah. Is that a Saturday?
It is a Saturday.
Okay.
It's the 3rd Saturday in October.
Okay. I'll have to remember to not plan Don't Tell.
Yeah.
Sure.
I will. Make it. It might work in your favor that make it a part of it, like after hours.
I think we're the 11th. Again, I'm putting information out there, but I think 11th is our date. But I mean, we'll do 2 back-to-back if somebody wants us. Whatever.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, Allie was kind enough to let us do the depot on grand opening day. And
which is awesome.
I think that worked out really well.
Yeah.
She had a lot of folks come back from being there earlier in the day and stuff. So, yeah, maybe we can do something like that.
That would be awesome.
October. That's exciting.
October, Main Street Days. We had like 10,000 people last year.
Wow.
Over 100 vendors.
That's
adding
crazy.
Some new stuff. 2 stages this year.
No wonder you have imposter syndrome. You're bringing 10,000 people to downtown.
We're doing
That's
a kids
awesome.
zone.
That's huge.
All the things. We're doing a football zone because it is football.
Yeah.
I do love my football.
Yeah.
And then there's...
Do you know Brendan? Maddie's... This is the first time I brought Brendan up on the pod. Haley's sister's boyfriend, Brendan. He plays football for UTSU.
I know of him, seen him on social media. My boyfriend is a football coach for UTSU, so he probably does.
He definitely knows Brendan.
Yeah.
The reason I bring him up is my boss brought him up today at work.
Really?
And was like, isn't this guy your girlfriend's sister? And I was like, yes, because I've told her before. Yeah. He is the clear favorite of the boyfriends. It's not even close. Brendan is from New Orleans. He's the coolest dude ever. He does like swamp tours or like fishing tours or some shit in a boat. He's the coolest dude ever. And he hunts and he wears camo and he knows about guns. Haley's dad loves him. And then I'm like, you want to hear this joke I wrote? Like, he hates me. It's like so obvious that Brendan is the natural favorite. And then the other day, this is what my boss showed me today. Brendan got like interviewed, him and another player, by the city and all the media about like ETSU football. And he like went out and did the coin toss this weekend at the game and shit. And I was like, he is not making this easy on me. Brendan is killing me. He is.
Can you just give me a little out? Just
I know. Something. I'm in my room here with a LED trying my best and he's out there just killing it. I mean, he is. But that program, I mean, I'm sure, does that feed into downtown as well? The football
program.
It brings a lot of people for sure.
Yeah, and honestly, it didn't used to, but this new coach has really emphasized community.
Really?
And he came and actually spoke at one of the Fridays After 5. He opened for us one night.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's great. He really, really does a great job of wanting to be involved in the community. So honestly, I haven't thought about including them because they're going to be gone. It'll be football season. They will not be there, but they really have made it a point to be involved best they can.
Yeah. I've even tried to like use Brendan as a gateway to get them to Don't Tell shows and stuff. I would love nothing more than a room full of meathead football players. They would have a blast with us.
Oh my gosh, they would probably be down.
Weirdly enough, we have not had a very successful. We've only tried a couple times, but breaking into the student body at ETSU has not been easy.
It's impossible.
The school's not.
No, that's
really
my
hip
goal
to it.
for this year was to really incorporate ETSU to downtown because
it's right there.
It's weird.
It's a block away.
You go to all these different schools that, I mean, Knoxville, it's so integrated with UT.
Of course.
Clemson is so integrated with their downtown.
Yeah.
Even Western Carolina, who, like, you go to Silva, which is like 15 miles away.
Yeah.
And it's still like Western. I don't understand. So that's been my goal.
I think, well, from my experience, it was a lot of red tape and a lot of, you got to talk to this person, you got to talk to that person, they're out of the office, they're not available, they don't want to hear it, they don't support it, they don't, like, all we tried to do was get our flyers on screens around campus, and that was a 3-week-long process that was a complete dead end. I mean, it's like they just weren't interested in helping along. So I don't, and I mean, I went there, you went there, so I don't know for sure that it's somebody on staff preventing involvement or anything like that. It just, for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. But I mean, that's a huge goal too for you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like when I was a student, I didn't understand what was going on. I never went downtown until I started working for downtown.
Yeah, that's true.
I just didn't. I would venture down to Label.
Sure.
And that was it.
Yeah.
So
gotta have the sweet potato waffle fries. Gotta have them.
Yeah,
sushi rolls. Yeah. Gotta have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's been my goal is to really incorporate because it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
And I think our downtown businesses want it. And now that I think also when I was in college, there were a lot of businesses weren't open. Yes. So people just didn't really venture down that way or think to go down that way. So I think it's been a two-sided thing. We have businesses downtown now.
Right.
And
it is also kind of a hike from campus if students aren't drivers and stuff. I mean, there'd be some transportation logistics involved.
Which is what West Walnut, they're calling it the corridor to ETSU.
Yeah.
I mean, then they built a freaking barricade in between State of Franklin, or not State of Franklin, University Parkway.
Right.
Like, what?
It's the corridor. It's the corridor, yeah.
It's the corridor, but you will get hit if you try to make it over there.
It's the corridor, but we put a moat around campus.
You actually can't get over there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, just like with all your other projects, it'll just continue to grow and expand. And maybe next time you come on, you'll be like, we're trying to get 70,000 followers or whatever it is, like next milestone.
Make sure to follow us.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll, clips and stuff will come out of the show. So if you enjoyed the episode, follow Downtown JC on
JCTN.
Downtown JCTN on Instagram, and it'll all be plugged in the description and all that. But is there anything else that I can use my very small platform to help you
I'm so glad that you let me come on. I hope I didn't ramble and
No.
Yap
I mean, we can go another 3 hours if you want, and I'll ramble. Because God knows I can't.
You're so fun to talk to, and this has been so easy.
Oh, thanks.
I genuinely was worried
Were
that
you?
I would just be like,
well,
I'm that too.
I'm not like a great interviewer, but that's not really what I want this show to be.
My favorite podcast is Joe Rogan, and they don't really interview each other. They just talk.
We got there. That's my favorite thing about you. We're this far in. Yeah. I'm a big in fact, a lot of the setup of the table and the angles and stuff is very Rogan-esque. But I would say I'm a big fan of the pod over its lifetime. I listened to it a lot more when I was younger. I don't as much anymore. Just honestly from doing one and stuff, it's annoying. But yeah, so I'd like that you feel comfortable in here, I guess, because I don't. The only through line is that this is just people I want to talk to. You know what I mean? Because I used to do a podcast before this with my friend Michael, and it was all stand-ups. And so pretty quickly we ran through a guest list, and then my friend Pruitt was on 9 times, I think, across like a year. So we kind of like boxed ourselves in because we basically would interview and ask questions about comedy and different things. Whereas with this, I just kind of wanted it to be, let's just click record and figure it out. We'll talk about chocolate chip cookies, or
we covered so much
fodder shocks or whatever.
No, but when I am listening to like Joe Rogan or any other podcast, I don't like I like it to be in the background where I can just be like,
sure,
sorry,
yeah, no, you're good.
But I can, it doesn't wear me out to listen to.
It's hands off listening. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's kind of the goal for the show. So I'm glad you feel that way. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you're still tuning in, if you're watching on YouTube as well, it's on video. So, sorry about how I look and stuff, but
same.
It is what it is.
We worked 8 to 5s today.
Yeah, we worked a full. Yeah, back off. No, I'm just glad to have a guest. Honestly, I'm glad that I'm not in here alone again, talking for hours. That was terrible.
Just call me up. I'll come yap
anytime. Okay. All right, you got it. Thank you so much. Follow the Instagram. It'll be in the bio. Check out the events and all that good stuff, and just support downtown. And also, if you live anywhere not near Johnson City, support your downtown, wherever it is. That's the message. Yeah,
support local.
Thanks for coming on, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.